Hey guys, I decided to make another video here with Vox because I didn't get a chance to really show him as much as I wanted to in that video. I didn't want to just completely disband it or whatever, get rid of it, delete it, but because it still serves its purpose to explaining him, but I wanted to show him a little bit more because I didn't really get to do that. I don't know if it's the game, the internet, something's been going on with the game lately where um, my internet will just cut or the game will cut, one or the other. I don't know what's happening. And then it makes me redo the fight. It only lasts a split second, but it makes me redo the entire fight. It pissed me off and I just got off. I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with this crap. I was tired and stuff. It's just a lot. So yeah. Anyway, these are the buffs and stuff that they have. The nodes, excuse me. Um, This character is just so strong, man. He's just ridiculous. I didn't show the first two fights. I did take some damage from them, so I had to put a couple of potions on them, just because they're really annoying. And I knew that if I'm talking while I'm trying to do this and trying to remember all their little abilities and shit like that, especially Sauron, I think, then I was gonna end up dying or something, and I was just gonna waste the opportunity to show his damage capability. So I decided these champions would be easier to deal with. All of them, honestly. Any one of them. I probably won't have to fight all of them, but I just want to do a couple. There's no synergies here. I do see people, not in my videos, but they'll be crying in other videos talking about there's synergies and there's I don't know about boost, but I know synergies like make people cry and stuff. So here, I'm throwing this on. Hopefully nobody's upset. But yeah, essentially this character, he can be stopped here in a way, only because there's a neutralize, but all his buffs that are corrupted cannot be affected by that. But to get his undermine, which is a normal buff that turns into a corrupted, they can affect that. So there is a small chance that when you throw that first L1 that they stop you from doing it. So it'd be a good idea to just knock them down and just keep removing the scourge charges. But on the other hand, it would be good to just leave them up so you can eradicate them once they get 10 of them. But it's likely that they die long before that from degeneration if you play him a certain way. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show him with nothing. And you guys can decide if he's good or not. I am having some trouble with my new screen protector. Uh, I've gotten used to the Android thing, but the screen protector, I don't know if it's too thick or what the deal is, but sometimes it doesn't it's not picking up my taps. That's the only thing I really miss is that the iPhone, I could play like a god with that thing. Like there was no issues with the tapping or any of that shit. Come on. Come on. It's ideal to keep her at L1, but you don't have to. Once you get the first one off, when you have buffs, you can keep it going as long as you like. The longer you keep it, the more damage it does. But if you throw it back right away, this is when her damage gets stupid. This is when it's going to get dumb. And this is likely where they die. Now you could, honestly, I think if I ran to the L3, it might actually have killed her quicker. So basically every time you do that, the longer the fight, the better. And you could also shave down your combos. So ideally what you would want to do is just the 3 hitters when the degen's not up. When the degen is up, do the 5 hitters because it pauses them for scythe hits. She's just gonna die here essentially. The degen's gonna take her out. I could just step away. But yeah, it gets more and more powerful the longer it's up, so you could play around with that. I just think he's very useful utility-wise, but then you add the damage, and it's like, okay, now we're talking about a good champion. Like, if they were even more assholes, they could even throw a miss node on here, and he'd be able to deal with it. All the nodes here, easily, even with a miss node. which is insane. I haven't fought a Nebula in a while. I wonder if she's just gonna destroy me here. I don't think she just has regen and crap. So I did get my Undermine off, so now it's over. She can't auto block, and she can't, almost got hit there. She can't auto block anymore. Here, we'll go to the L3 just because. I'm gonna let the degens fall off. Just because I think the Scourge charges are actually, in this case, gonna kill her quicker, but I kind of didn't want to do that because I wanted to show just his raw potential for his damage. You could also throw L2s, by the way. That's the best way to keep the degens active, by throwing the L2 instead when they're about to expire. So you want to get your L1 almost all the way up to L2, throw the L1, build up to L2, and throw that as soon as they're about to expire. Wow, I'm surprised this isn't going to kill her. Did she just regen a lot or something? Let's find out. Oh, never mind, I did. That's insane. That's just the node right there, though. So yeah, we'll do the next one without doing that. We'll play it a little bit more smart. It just did it again, but you see, this is what I'm talking about. It does this like once every time I'm on. It didn't happen during a fight, but yeah, it did this yesterday. I don't know if it's the internet or if it's the game. I can't figure it out. But it comes right back pretty much. It does this little circle thingy for a second, and then you see it comes right back. Attack phase started. Did not see that. Anyway, so that's what pisses me off a little bit. Anyway, let's go in here. I bet she's really good for that annoying ass Red Skull there too. That's probably one people have the most trouble with. Because if you did for some reason not have an auto block champion, or an auto block counter, and you have to fight that shit, oh man, he's got double auto blocks going on. Oh, that would piss me off. So we're going full combos because it's... Oh shit, I forgot they changed it. Moron. Full combos because degen's up. And right when it's about to expire, take it back. I can't remember what his other one does. Oh, he just does the sword thing. Come on. And if they do happen to hit you, it's actually okay. Damn it, I actually went to my L2, bro. I didn't want to do that. Let's see what happens when I throw the... Oh, that's not... So the timer's actually going down when you do that. See, I could have let it stay a little bit longer there as well. Oops. So it looks like you kind of don't want to use the striker in a way. Yeah, let's just kill him right here. He's going to die from the degens here. Say goodnight, bro. But you can see they get pretty stupid once you... After the first few seconds, if you can just extend them just a little bit, it just gets more gross and gross. Dude, some of these champions, like, I never fight anymore. It's funny. I do face Red Skull a lot, though, so it's pretty easy to remember him. If I remember right, he has an annoying thing. I could just punch into his block. That's another way to extend his stuff, by the way. I didn't get it there. I didn't get the thing there. He actually stopped me from getting it with the Scourge charges. So this is what you would do, you know, if you didn't have an auto block champ counter. Hopefully he gets it here. He got it. Okay, so now we're good. I didn't want to wait to build up to an L2 just because he auto blocks all the time, and he's really annoying. Ooh, it is draining him though. That's annoying. Let's throw this now just to get our stuff back. I have no idea how I just screwed that up. I evade that every single day. But yeah, I mean, you guys get the point anyway. I'm just going too far with it probably by now. You probably just needed one fight to see. But yeah, he's just really good, man. I really like him. Personally, he's kind of a mix between having some damage and then having a bunch of utility, little things here and there. He's great at dealing with the fact that you can't just take away his buffs without a nullify is really helpful to me, I would think. You know, it's probably my favorite thing. Okay, I got it there on the first try. That's good. Where'd your auto block go, bro? You're supposed to be auto blocking. What are you doing? See, this is the only problem. He can be annoying because you can't just parry him sometimes. Come on. Do it. I don't know why I didn't evade this right the first time. His unstoppable lasts for like a quarter century. He's still going to be annoying as shit, even with Vox. You can see, like, the longer the fight, the better. I've had about enough of this guy. I'm going to go for the L2 here. Dude, stop. You're going to die, just accept it. Got him. Punk ass bitch. Now, if that would have been able to get off, it would have done a lot of damage. It just did it again. Okay. I don't know if it's the internet or what, bro. Something ain't right, though. I'll have to figure it out, but we definitely can't have this happening because if it is the internet, it'll kill the stream. But if it isn't the internet, do I need to update the game or something? I don't know what it is, bro. Cannot figure it out. But yeah, oh look, a deal pops up. That isn't worth it. $5? Hold on, wait, let me see. Oh, but you have to wait like every day you get one thing. Yeah. It wouldn't be worth it even if I had the money. But yeah, hopefully you guys like Vox, man. I personally like him. I think he can be very useful. But let me know what you guys think, bro, if you would have took someone else up. I could have technically taken Call Obsidian up. Honestly, I didn't feel I even needed to do that. I don't find myself using him in war. At least I haven't yet. Not the pass I've been on. And I haven't found myself needing a higher rank or anything like that in AQ or any sort of quest. I could have taken any Cosmic, essentially, so I could have taken Serpent. I feel like everyone and their mother has Serpent at rank 4. So he's not going to go on defense. He's not going to help me offensively. I don't really use him. I use some of the top champions that you see here on my top row. Those are the ones I'll use for attack, and even the second row. So I don't really use him like that. But yeah, those are a couple that I could have taken. I think Phoenix. I could have taken Phoenix. That was one I was really considering. Because she is really strong too. I really like her. But she is unduped. She doesn't bypass auto block. And I felt just looking at my champions here, I don't really have an auto block counter. Not a consistent one. And in fact, he may be one of the only consistent ones in the game with his Undermine. So, I don't know. Anyway, guys, have a good one.